they're going to be in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Calhoun next to Reed in the backfield. And he's going to throw it over to the side to Levi Roten. Roten, though, dropped the football, and I don't know if they're going to say it was going to be incomplete or did he make a football move?
I thought he did. He was in the process of cutting back when he dropped it, but really neither here nor there. It would have been about a 1-yard pickup, I think, if he had caught it. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long for Gate City. Looks like they need about 8 yards here.
It was the first time I've really seen kind of the RPO, a run-pass option. Again, he faked it to Calhoun, and he was rolling around to the right, and he's either going to throw it or was going to run it. And he saw Roten out there, and he threw it to him. So big play here for the Blue Devils. It's on the 28-yard line, 3rd down and about 9 yards. Reed back in shotgun formation. He's going to try to throw it, and he's going to roll to the right-hand side, and he's going to be pressured, and he's looking to run and gets out of bounds. Maybe, depends on where they spotted him, he's going to give him maybe 2 more yards. So it's going to be 4th down.
Gay City's 0 for 5 tonight on 3rd down conversions.
4th down. This ball will rest on the 25-yard line. They've got to get to the 18, so
I say go for it here.
4th and 7, and they will. Into the ballgame comes DeAndre Mack for Levi Roten. 9:01 left.
This would be an automatic go to Calhoun situation, except Central's been keying on him all night long.
So they're going to come up in. Carson Jenkins will go to the left-hand side. And there was a little bit of confusion, and they're going to call a timeout. So
I wonder if Gay City Coach wasn't just waiting to see how Wise came out and lined up.
So they all look to the sideline, and Coach Reed calls for a timeout again. Darren Reed, the offensive coordinator, called for time, and we've got 9:01 left in the ball game. Again, it's a 7-point game, 4th down and 7. Chris, what do you got coming across the pike?
Dobbins Bennett's kicked another field goal. They still trail Alcoa 7-6 now, though. And Abington has scored again. They've tied it up with Union now, 14-all, with 3:32 left in the game. And it looks like Twin Springs is up all over Thomas Walker now, 28-7. That one really surprises me.
Thought it'd be close on the road. Of course, Thomas Walker's played so well all year.
Right, so I picked Thomas Walker to win.
And right now, Twin Springs, and that, again, they have to win tonight and next week against Dry Cove to have any shot of the playoffs. So they're taking care of business now. All right, so here comes Gate City. They're going to try to run the football to DeAndre Mack, who is caught in the backfield and taken down. That play kind of was didn't look good from the get-go. There was some confusion as to who was supposed to get it, and they give it to Mack. Mack in the back, called in the backfield, and Wise Central will take over. 1st down and 10. That ball will be spotted on the 31-yard line. Chris, hate to lose golden opportunities like that. We had the momentum from the turnover and went all the way down, and weren't able to get anything off of it. And, again, the clock is now under 9 minutes.
Yeah, Central just came in and blew that play up. I'm not sure what the miscommunication was there, but they were all over it before that one really even started.
So Wise Central will come up, one back in the backfield, one split to the right-hand side as they're going to give it to Bowling. And, again, Bowling, he's got a step, and he's into the secondary, and he's going to get down. He's in Gate City territory, and he's going to go all the way down to the Gate City 30-yard line. Just when they go straight at Gate City, they're able to pick up yards, and he was able to cut across, and they are down to the 30. They're going to mark him the 31-yard line this time.
So, yeah, like you said, they've just, when they run right at Gate City, that's when the holes are opening and you're getting the big yards. Occasionally that sweeps worked for them to the outside, but for the most part, Gate City's done a fairly good job of containing that.
You know, that's what we struggle against South. They went straight at Gate City and was able to pick up all those yards and get the win. All right, so Wise Central in the two-back formation, they're going to try to run wide once again with Crabtree, and he's got a little bit of running room there. Give him about almost 10 yards, and it will be enough for a Wise Central 1st down. So the clock runs 8:0. You know, the clock's, I've watched the clock a little bit. The clock was at 8:06 and it jumped to 8:01. Just like that. I mean, just sitting here watching. Well, anyway. So 7:45 now on the clock. One back set behind Mullins as quarterback. Gate City has jumped up into a 6-2 front, and they're going to try to stop that run, and they will get Bowling this time. Bowling will get only maybe about 2 yards on the play. Clock continues to run. 28-21, Wise Central has the lead. They are in Gate City territory.
Tennessee High now just exploding on Sullivan South. It's 35-0.
Finally got things rolling at the Stone Castle.
Looks like Pikeville scored again.
How about the Pikeville?
They lead the Wolfpack 47-21.
Take him to the woodshed. 2nd down and 8. Wise Central's got the football on the 18-yard line, and this time they're going to come around to the left-hand side. Once again, great move to get to the corner, and they're going to knock him out of bounds right about the half-yard line. That was number 20, Matthew Boggs. That little counter scissor play as they come out of the backfield went to the left-hand side, and so he's out of bounds. But he's at about the half-yard line for.
He did a really good job there, too. He kind of slipped and was about to go down, put one hand down on the ground, kept digging, was able to regain his balance, pick up about 10 more yards.
Clock stopped at 6:38. 1st and goal for Wise Central. As one back in the backfield will be Bowling. And actually, Mullins will keep it, and I don't think he got in. They're going to say he was short. So he gained about 2 feet, 2 of the 3 feet in a yard. And so they're about the 1 foot line now for Wise Central. Clock is running now. They'll snap this one probably at about 5:45 left on the clock. Blue Devils down 28-21. But Chris, they've had their chances tonight.
They have, and they've shot themselves in the foot, jumping off sides. Of course, they were going in for a score down here earlier with the odd fumble, and looks like Gate City once again jumps off sides.
Of course, it doesn't hurt here as much when there's only 12 inches, so they'll mark off 6 inches, and clock is at 5:47. And again, the encroachment. 2nd down in about a couple inches for Wise Central. They wind the clock. Mullins has the play from the sidelines. Again, about 20 seconds left on the play clock. Wise Central kind of taking their time at this point, letting that clock run down as they'll go foot to foot. And there is going to be a quarterback sneak. And I don't know if he got in. I don't think he got in.
I'm not sure he did. Not a lot of celebrations coming from the Wise players.
Gate City has bowed their backs. They've had the ball inside the 1 the last 2 plays, and they've not been able to get it. So it's 3rd down. And again, the ball, from here, it looks like it's sitting on the goal line, but Wise Central, 2 quarterback sneaks have been snuffed each time. Clock runs, though. Clock is becoming the enemy of Gate City. It's 4:50 on the clock. If Wise Central scores here, it'd be a 2-score game. So 3rd down and goal. They'll come up this time and see if they can get it. And this time they're going to give it to Bowling. Bowling will get into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown for Wise Central. Again, into the end zone is Noah Bowling from, again, left about 2 or 3 inches. And it's, again, now will be 34-21. 4:30 left in the ball game. In to kick for Y Central is number 18, Charlie Daniels. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's a 14-point score again, as, again, we've got 4:30 left in the ball game. Chris, what do you got going on?
Let's see. Abington's tied it up with Union now, 14-14. Patrick Henry, at last report, still leading Chilhowie by 1, 14-13. Holston, though, beginning to stretch things out over East Side. They're up 40-22. Over in Tennessee, Alcoa scored again. They lead Dobbs Bennett 14-6. Boone starting to pull away a little bit from Cherokee. They're ahead 24-7. Volunteer destroying Cocke County right now, 28-6. That one's a surprise to me. And Elizabethton now 27-0 over Sullivan Central. This game maybe's in the second quarter now. Of course, they had the lighting issues, so the game got started about an hour and a half late.
So Gate City will come out and Reed will be deep once again. You know, he's gotten some pretty good run backs when they've got it to him because, again, Gate City will have 6 up front and then 4 on that second line. Gate City stretches the 6 across about the 50. The second line is right around the 35, and then Reed standing on the 10-yard line as Daniels will kick off.
How you like his score, Joe? Virginia High 47, Marion 12.
They've not scored any points all year, so they're going to make sure they get some this time. As it's going to be going to Jenkins. Jenkins catches it around the 28-yard line. He's going to come to the right-hand side, and he's looking for blockers, and he gets up to about the 50. He's into Y Central territory and gets into about 47-yard line. So, again, if Jenkins gets the football, he can make something happen. But there is a penalty flag on the play, so we'll have to see what happens there or what the play was. And looks like it's going to be against Gate City. It's going to be a hold against the Blue Devils. So that's going to negate the great return by Carson Jenkins. And we'll see where they take it to. Legal block in the back was actually the call. So they're going to step it off, and he is going to be inside the 30 down to around the 26-yard line. Mark it about the 26, 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Gate City. 4:20 left in the ball game. Gate City down by 2 scores. As 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left, and Reed will throw the football. He pump fakes, and he's now going to roll, and he tries to get it. He gets it to DeAndre Mack up around the midfield mark. He's going to be to the 46-yard line. Found a little soft spot in that Y Central zone, and he came back to Reed as Reed was rolling. Great play by the Blue Devils. They're up to about the 46-yard line. So
about 20-yard pickup there.
So we'll take that as into the ballgame comes Ethan Fleming. Still 4 receivers as Reed will drop back. Reed looking, and he's going to start to roll, and he's going to come up, and he's going to try to, and he runs over one defender, gets all the way down to the 39-yard line, and he's going to have enough for a Gate City first down. Ben Brickey on the stop, and the clock will run.
3:55 to go now.
Gate City is going to be in shotgun formation once again. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and they're going to give it to Calhoun, who goes up the middle, and he will be stopped for maybe a gain of about 1.
Had an opportunity to snap the ball there when Y Central had 12 men on the field, but apparently I guess Gate City didn't notice it and let him be able to get off the field in time. That would have been a few extra yards there for free.
Again, Gate City in 4 wide receivers. Reed drops back. He's going to throw the football, and he's going to throw it deep, and there's going to be a push. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, kind of pushed off. The Y Central defender there tried to push off and catch the ball and missed it. No call, though.
Ben Brickey put his hand